stats, really. For Atlanteans can make it so that they can heroize some of your soldiers, so they can easily get heroes. For Egyptians, you have priests, and bigger priests, like 3 priests can take out, or maybe 2 priests can take out 1 myth unit. But for the Greeks, you only get a set number of heroes because, well, they're the Greek heroes, and so it can be rather difficult trying to take out myth units like that. I seem to be collecting goats out of nowhere. Pop that down there. Some loads more dwarves on that. Upgrade them. Nicely resources coming in. So pretty much our area has been explored. So once these guys have finished gathering these berries, I shall send them over to those berries, and it will go on from there. I like to build all the houses nice and early. Which is the hotkey for that? Because I know what the hotkey is for that one. Oh, more goats. Okay, so you chaps are finished. Come on, grab that lot. Come home. Build that. Okay, so you can see what happens when you upgrade these is they get better tools. Like you see that like they have little axes, right? And when that's done, the axes will get bigger. And that's the same with the dwarves and everything. Well, not the dwarves, the miners. Now, really, what I should do is I should take the humans off that, put them on wood. I'll put you on farming duty. Great, that. Put plough so we can get better farms. What I should really do is I should sort of build one of them so that the so I can give it to the wood guys and the gold guys instead of them having to share one. Okay, let's see. Alright, now you see that these guys are now medium because they've changed colour. I'll get some soldiers out, get some of them out, some throwing axemen out. Just so I got some kind of defense if the enemy decide to attack. Let's upgrade these. Now, silly mistake I've done here is I built the wall behind the towers, which was a clumsy mistake on my behalf. Oh, red seems to be going off to invade, possibly. And like, yeah, there's 2 of my hesses. And you might notice in here in the bottom there's a thing called favour. For the Greeks, or for the Egyptians, you build monuments, and these monuments provide favour. For Norse, it is the amount of heroes you have. So the more hesses you have more favour you get. For the Greeks, you end up just praying at a temple. You get all your villagers and then you just make them pray at a temple. For Atlanteans, it's the amount of town centres you got. So the more town centres you've got, the more people you've got to more favour you get. The favour is what you need to build myth units and get certain upgrades. This thing here is a dwarven armory. It is what the Thor gets, because Thor is based on dwarves, and the more sort of oh, I'm under attack apparently. Villager attack him. Alright, so green is literally just there. So when I sort of make my army a bit bigger, I should go and invade. That's how you can decide to wait a bit longer. You can decide to wait till you get to the highest age, but then I find if you wait to the highest age, then you may end up having some problems. What I'm going to do is get these allsparks. I'm going to claim this river thing. Oh, red has decided to go in. So they have lots of farms. They always have loads of farms in their towns. But I never find farms this early on to be a good source of, well, food. They all seem to be a bit naff.
Yeah.
Okay, so taking out those berries and those berries, I now have to go. I will come over here and I will hunt these deer. Eventually, farms later on are a good supply of food because you don't run out of them, but at the early stages you kind of need other stuff or stuff that isn't. Farms, so I'm going to upgrade all that. Those will upgrade the weapons, give the soldiers shields, better armor, stuff like that. I'm now going to grab some fish as well. Fish is a great supply of food because the fish is unlimited, and you get, if you get like on there were certain multiplayer maps where you'd have a big like pool full of loads of fish, like 20 fish, and you built docks around it, and you put the docks or your fishing ships onto those one docks, and then you'd get tons and tons of food from it. Okay, so what am I going to do now? There isn't really much to do now apart from just continue gathering resources. Pardon me. Continue gathering resources until I can just move on. So in a minute that's going to be gone down because we've worked now that I've got my dwarves. Dwarves gather gold a lot quicker and can carry a lot more than normal human villagers, but as Thor they carry even more gold and mine it even quicker. So it's best to put Thor dwarves on it because you get tons more, and they cost gold to make. So the more gold you make from dwarves mining, the more gold dwarves you can then build to mine. Right, so over there I've got that. I should really get hunting dogs. That means hunting is better. I'm having to resort to farming now, so I'm going to need a lot more villagers for that. Oh, almost another one. Can build a. Oh, I'm about to be attacked probably. There we go. I can now build one of them. I don't claim to be the best player at this game. There is a lot better players than me. I'm just playing this out of fun, because I want to. Nothing more, nothing less. Right, so those trees are all gone. So now I'm going to bring them down here, so they can start chopping them trees. Tilbúin.
Satt.
Let's look how quickly it drops. There's 400 gold there. Or 500 gold, sorry. I can't count. Ugh.
Hver þar? Satt.
Tilbúin. Skipan. Veiðimaður. Skipan. Tilbúin. Satt. Veiðimaður.
Okay, so look at that gold now. See, like look how quickly they mine it. It's so quick. That's easily 500 gold in about 20 seconds.
Skipan.
Sweet, they've all given in the gold, and then I